Greetings, folks. Welcome back to the Tractor Fella channel, where although we don't do a whole lot of tractors, I sure do love them. Oh my. I'm hiding behind a tractor right now because I can't do the recording thing with people watching me. It's weird. So let's just do a little walkthrough, take a look at each of these beauties, and I might have to mute because there's a gentleman over there singing some country tunes, and he's doing a really good job. Let's do it. The old Farmall H. All reliable. Look at that pipe. Oh man, we got some bling going on here. Nice Allis. Is she pretty? Made in USA. United Oil Bath Air Cleaner. Service cleaner daily, remove cup, clean cup and baffle, refilled indicated oil level with engine oil, inspect gasket before reinstalling cup. I can't read today. That's pretty cool. I have a love for glass fuel sediment bowls. I don't know why. And I do like that copper. That's a sweet touch. Very pretty. Be careful. Drive tractor at safe speeds. Reduce speed when turning or applying individual brakes. Drive slowly over rough ground. That's sound advice. Hydraulics. Big old 2-cylinder Poppin' Johnny. I like the tracks. Pretty sweet. It's a Ferguson. That'll get you where you need to go. Like I said, can't record around people, so we skip some, but you've seen tractors. Although this one, I hear, is a prototype. It is a articulating tractor, propane, big old propane tank. Look at the size of this engine. Man, I'd love to hear that run. Minneapolis Moline, A4T, 1900. Just gorgeous. Model and serial number. Probably can't see it because I can't see it. What a unit, as they say. Oh man, I love old machines. And we're off to do some chores. Go visit the bunny barn. You ever walk through a park when it's empty? It's actually kind of fun. Let's take a walk. No action, except for a couple of people here and there. I don't know about you guys, but walking through one of these places when they're cooking up, it's not good for my belt line, because I am a sucker for Carnival food. Oh man, it's not a good thing. My wife and I walked through, the first time we ever did this, we took a walk through the Carnival at night. It was like 12 a.m. and these guys had a smoker going the entire night. It was awesome. Anyway, that smoker was going and it smelled really good. So naturally, had to go get some. Super tasty. Ah, do you like seals and live entertainment? Well, there you go. Pictures for a mere $30 to $50. Just walked out. I was gonna go ahead and grill some food. 90s. Humidity. We made it home. Got the bunnies home, family's home, horses are home. It was a good couple of weeks off. I really want like a couple more years off. I'd be okay with that. Is that a nice cool rock? Yeah? You want to hang out? All right, here I come. I'm definitely not a rooster, but she thought I was. Oh, you're toasty, aren't you? This is a silver-laced Wyandotte. They're pretty friendly. And they're also very curious, which is kind of funny. Now everyone's coming to see what's going on. Yeah? All right, down you go. Yeah, all right. I'll see you later. I don't have any food for you. Well, here we go. Let's change a little Earl. Got a filter wrench, and I'm thinking it's a 15 for the drain plug. And I have my tick suppressant here. So something that's very helpful is if you actually unscrew this first. When I was a youngster, my buddy came over. Same buddy that owned the K5 that we talked about in a different episode. I was living at home with my parents, you know, being a youngster I was. And I said, sure, come on over, let's do it. So we start, ouch. Jeez, oh Pete. So we're doing the oil change, and I had unscrewed this, but I didn't actually pull it up. So what happens? Yeah, I think you know what happens. We're filling up the pan, and it just keeps getting higher and higher and higher, and it's now draining. What's happening? Oh, well, sure enough, it just came up and it started to overflow, and my dad was very particular about his cement driveway. So, yeah, the rest was history. Hot or not hot? Ah!
Hey, baby.
Yeah. This is extremely comfortable right now. Oh, this is the first oil change I will have done on this vehicle since we bought it. Holy cow. Oh, jeez, of course. It always looks like there's so much more space in a YouTube video. Anyway, you guys ever use one of these? The cloth style? Ow. Well, that's what we're going to try today. You gotta put the cloth around the filter, give it a counterclockwise twist, and then pretend it's not going to fall off. No, I can't. The problem is I can't get my other freaking arm down here. Oh, my arm. My arm. Yeah. Oh, that's hot. That's hot. Why is the exhaust cold, but everything else is hot? There we go. There we go. We got it. We got it. Let's get it up high. You want it up high. That way it won't crush. Ah, my arm is stuck. Okay, it's gone. Are you serious? I would like to talk to the person that put this filter on, because... Oh my gosh. There it goes. I saw movement. Oh yeah, it's go. It's, yes. Oh yeah, what do we have here? Trash guard? Yeah, thanks. Previous dealership we bought this from. I still can't twist it by hand. Holy smokes. Unbelievable. I am extremely irritated. There she goes. Okay. Get this off of here before it fills with oil. Oh, too late. Oh, we got it. Oh. I'm going to be a contortionist after this. All right. And for oil choices, I bought high mileage 530, and I bought advanced full synthetic. These are both advanced full synthetic. Oh, that's good. Oh, look. NASCAR. We're good to go. All right, hopefully that'll get rid of the ridiculous tick this engine has. And M1 113A Mobile 1. Extended performance. Good for your 5.3 gutless engine. Ouch! Oh, look at that. Look at the red. How beautiful is that? Ooh. Very nice. I'm still chewing on sand from being underneath the vehicle. Not a huge fan of that. Well, it should be good by now. This nothing guard can come off of here, and it's still hot. Hot. No seal up there. Make sure it's on there. Yep, it's on there. Okay. We'll take our new beautiful Mobile 1, oil the seal, because we want to actually get it off next time. Filter is tight. And by tight, I mean once it contacts the housing, give it 3/4 of a turn. Stop after that, please. Please stop. You know how a drain plug goes in. I'm crunched down here, so I'm going to take care of that, and I will see you up top. Well, the missus helped me fill up the vehicle. She was pretty excited about it. So we're going to fire it up, fill up the oil filter, and then we're going to put it on flat land. Alrighty. We are ready to go. Oil pressure is good-ish. Tick is violently still there. You guys want to hear the tick? And go. Yeah, she's healthy, but not. Good news is when we bought it with a powertrain warranty. So hopefully that will take care of that. In the meantime, whoop. Oh yeah, air conditioning maxed out, of course, because it's freaking Botswana hot around here these days. Apparently Botswana is in Africa. LBZ engine, 6-speed Allison transmission. Check engine light. Check engine light is supposedly due to an EGR issue, but I also have codes for the turbocharger. It's telling me the turbocharger demand versus actual is not meeting. And for those of you that are not familiar, this engine is equipped with a variable geometry turbo, which means there are certain little airplane-shaped wings that direct the exhaust gas either at or away from the turbine. And that provides some really good efficiency. Red Beauty has not had an oil change for a long time, so let's give her some care that she deserves. You want to try ASMR with this? Might be fun. And 3, 2, 1. Holy cow, what? No. Traffic. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's one thing I've learned about my life. It's that I'm destined to spill oil and other fluids all over the place. I've heard other YouTubers say that you shouldn't work on your daily driver because it's super boring. Well, the good news is this is not my daily driver. Although this project will be super thrilling, we're going to take this off and paint it. Because I'm tired of looking at it. I mean, is it ever clean? No, but... Quick backstory. When I was a youngster... Oh, I'm not going to show you the garage again. It's terrible. When I was a youngster, I had a 1995 Ford Bronco. It was beautiful. It is resting in pieces now. I had a custom exhaust put on it, as I had mentioned in a different video. And I used black chrome exhaust tips. And they quickly corroded and lost all their nice finish. Told myself I'd never buy black chrome again. So what did I do? I bought a black chrome tip. Why? I don't know, I guess I'm a glutton for punishment. I painted this once, let's paint it again. The fun part is going to be getting that off of the rest of the exhaust. We'll put Bertha to use today. She's on skill level 3. Oh, all right. Self-clearancing rust removal. Now we have to separate it. Crowbars up. Let's try not to crack it, huh? Oh man, this is gonna be fun. Okay, so plan B. We're gonna paint this little guy right on the vehicle. Because there ain't no way that's coming off. Fused together, and I don't have the time or the drive to separate them. Not like I really needed to tighten that down. Let's do some cleanup first. Ow. That was my own spit. That was not dust. I'm almost debating whether or not to keep it silver. Polished steel, whatever you want to call it. I found this crazy looking Brillo pad in my drawer. I'm going to try that out. As well, this will make it all nice and rough, and the paint will stick to it, hopefully a little better. Not that it really matters, because as soon as this thing gets sprayed by sand, it's just gonna it's just gonna all come off. So I don't really know why I'm doing this. Maybe I'll just leave it silver, like I said. I don't know. I guess we'll see how the finish turns out after I scuff it some more. A little more aggressive. Well, you know, I'd say it's a good 10-footer. Maybe even a 5-footer. Actually cleaned up really nice. I'm super surprised. I'm also super surprised if you're still watching, because I'm polishing the end of an exhaust pipe. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it like this. I'm going to throw some wax at it to try to keep it from rusting. On to the next project. Red Beauty is equipped with not one, but 2 wire plugins. Plugs? Trailer plugins. Whatever. This used to have a nice cover on it until it didn't. Then there's a second one on the... Oh, geez. Camping stuff. Yeah. I need to take care of that someday, but not today. Has a second one here. This one quit working. I really like this Truck Sport, Truxedo, whatever it's called, because it's actually waterproof. A lot of the folding ones I've had, the hard panels, the seals go out after a couple of years, even stored indoors, and then, well, goodbye waterproofing. So I did this once before, and by did this I mean I twisted the wires back together. Yeah, that looks like my fix. So this is a whole bunch of Scotch clips, and a lot of people I've heard do not like Scotch clips. So let's get some cutters, cut our zip ties, and see what the heck we have to work with. What in the world? As per normal TractorFella operating procedures, I have lost my side cutters. There we go. So this one goes to the bumper connector. Is that where it goes? Oh, nasty. Yeah, it's this whole harness right here. Well, let's get to it. You might be asking why in the world you'd have two harnesses and a connection in the bed. Well, the answer is when you're pulling a gooseneck, the wiring harness comes down and it usually lands conveniently inside the bed. So having a second connector inside the bed, it's a nice to have. Do we need it? No, I've been using the bumper connector for some time, but why have the feature if it doesn't work? Nah, I mean, I see bare wire hanging out right there. Oh no, that's how they connected it? Oh, look at that. Now that is a winner right there. Oh no. Why the double? What is this? Do you see this? You see this. Whoever installed this needs to be slapped just right in the face. I guess I should have slapped myself in the face for not fixing this to begin with. Okay, got our work cut out for us. I have every piece of shrink tubing that I own, and we're gonna go ahead and go through these one by one. Yeah, I don't get this. Connect this wire to this wire using a Scotch clip. Remove this, turn it around, and then connect it again up here. That was just... We'll probably go ahead and hyperlapse this for you after the first round of doing this because, well, rinse and repeat, as they say. If I find anything extremely exciting, I will bring you back into normal mode. Undercoating is a nice to have, but working on stuff, it gets everywhere. Don't do that. I almost forgot. You know what I almost forgot. You didn't see it, but I squeezed this upright this time. And sure enough, the tip was plugged again. You may or may not have seen it. Stop wiggling. You may or may not have seen it before, but I turned this upside down. The tip was plugged. I gave it a squeeze and shot flux all over the place. Get this little guy going on max. Ah! Splatter on the leg. Really? It's ugly, but it's gonna hold up. Okay, one done. Hopefully in another 4 hours I'll get the rest of these done. Hyperlapse. So, I take back what I said about Scotch Clip Guy, because there is something about this wire. I don't know if you could have seen it or not in the hyperlapse. This wire is coated in some type of black material. I'm guessing it's an anti-corrosion material. And solder does not stick to it. In fact, it makes some type of a sticky grossness to it. So I tried sanding on the wire before soldering. No, absolutely not. Maybe someone can tell me what this wire is about. Anyway, so Scotch clip. Not a fan, but we're gonna meter it. I'm gonna set it to resistance, alarm. So if we go from one wire to the other, they should have continuity because the ends are copper. Oh, look at that. So we know our Scotch clip is good. Okay, we will leave that turned on and we are gonna go Scotch clip the other side. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it is... Well, it was broke. Okay, never mind. That doesn't apply here. Alright, well, that was very fun and wasteful of time. Am I getting in there? I don't think I got in there all the way. There we go. Alright, we're good. I'm gonna run out of memory from doing junk wiring. I think there's a slight amount of weather creeping in on my soldering here. I should probably speed up the process. Oh, well, that was close to being over my head. All right, we're taking a break. Oh crap, my window's open. Oh man, forgot to put wax on the exhaust. I was supposed to mow the lawn today, also known as my developing hayfield. And it's sunny again, and drying out. I told them you were curious. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What, you want me to pick you up again? Yeah, I didn't think so. I have run into multiple more instances of this wire that's coated in black, and they are terrible to solder. This is taking me forever, and it's extremely frustrating because I haven't found a good method to take care of it. I rub them with sandpaper, and then basically spray them off with brake clean, and then I solder what I can. It just takes a while to eventually get it there, but forget this. I mean, I guess I should have just gone back and got more advanced Scotch clips, or I don't know, whatever. Would you chill out? Well, that was extremely unpleasant, but hopefully we have a long-term fix. Let's go, before I wrap all that up completely, let's go test and make sure everything still works. All right, let's start with the standard one. Okay, I see a running light. I see a running light. Yay. Yay. And that one's lit. And the 5 up above are lit. Running light. Running light. And I think that bulb's out up there, but that's okay. This will tell us if the blinkers are working, and if the blinkers work, that means the brake lights also work. Oh, how great is that? Now, I just need you to listen for the trailer brakes. Have a listen for me. We should hear some electrical noise and possibly some clunking. We're going to check both sides. Here we go. Did you hear anything? All right, I got to listen. Be right back. I just listened. I didn't know they buzzed that much. All right, we're checking the other side, even though we probably don't need to. I would think if one works, the other would, but stare at it. Just stare at it. Review time. All right, I compared both videos and they sound the same on both sides, so yay. Okay, now let's switch to the bed connector, if it'll reach. Nope, it's not going to. Reposition. Okay, we're going straight for running lights and flashers at the same time. Oh, no running lights. Well, at least that's a good sign. Maybe we just need to wiggle the plug. It hasn't exactly been used in, well, forever. Well, now that turned it on. Why? Weird. The headlights on turns on the running lights. Running lights on does not turn on the running lights. Maybe a pinch and a tickle. Yeah, it looks clean. Yeah, huh. But I think I ran into that on the normal connector as well. Yeah, now the running lights are not working. I don't have running lights on the vehicle. Oh, it's this. It's the headlight switch. I wiggled it and all the running lights came on. Are you serious? Back to the bed. And now we have running lights. And the spring broke on this. Honestly, I can't win with these frickin' things. We're on 0 battery. Take a listen. Out of time, out of battery. Thanks for your help. I'm gonna go listen and see if we have brakes. Yeah. The heck is that? almost a full tank. Oh, no, is this thing falling apart again? It is. When did this start happening? I disapprove. Gas cap, fuel cap. It's not gas. It's Weasel. It's a very not friendly fuel cap. Don't even need glow plugs, but I'll do it anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I will say, it definitely started cleaner that way. Didn't see any wasted fuel, black or white smoke. We're gonna address that squeaky bucket on the next episode. Good tire pressure, not good tire pressure. Before my YouTube days, if that's what you want to call it, I was helping plow out the neighbor's driveway, and the bead broke, came off the rim, and I had to use the ether flame technique. I was really proud of myself. I didn't actually explode, and the tire didn't fly off and clip my legs and snap my kneecaps. It was a great day. Also, please keep in mind, I was extremely conservative on the ether content. Man, we're at zero pressure. Get some. So I fired this compressor up the other day. Oh, that's not good for it. And I had my keys in my hand, and when I hit the on button, one of the keys was inside of the fan shroud, the vent fins, and when it turned on, it broke off multiple freaking fins on the fan. Not my finest moment. Fins? No fins. So now it sounds really angry. I'm gonna have to see if I can find parts for this. So it's pretty funny. The rear wheels are filled with something called rim guard. It's a liquid that's supposed to help add ballast. So when you go to add air, if you have to, which I've only done maybe once, you have to make sure the valve stem is on the very top, because otherwise you get a bunch of, it's almost like very thin molasses. That comes out of there. But yeah, the first time, I'll never forget, I started filling it on the bottom, and all I could hear was blub, 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 blub. It's filling the tire up with air. And then I took the wand off, and it sprayed this brown molasses smelling liquid all over the place. Yeah. Welcome back, folks. It's a new and beautiful day. Had a couple of questions in the comments about our valve guide fix and if it worked. I have not run it yet, so I think that's what we should do. This is what happens when you go to a garage sale and there's a free pile. Oh man. But look at all this cable. I mean, this is nice cable. And he said it was all free. What? How could I not? I had to. Actually, I didn't have to, and now I just made more of a train wreck in this already packed garage. I have a problem, folks. I have a problem. I just realized this will be the first test since we replaced the RTV on the valve cover, cam cover. So we'll see how I did this time. Hopefully we don't have any leaks. I'm going to let this purge of air for a while, and then we will give the Tahoe a little bath. It's a beautiful day today. I wish I had my sunglasses, but my wife has the truck because the Tahoe needs a battery. You drive it, get to your destination, turn it off, immediately try to turn it back on, and click, 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 toast. Thankfully, the Gulu is here to save the day. Speaking of which, I'm too lazy to get the Gulu. Neutral.
Bye-bye.
We are really good at exploring the used car market. All right, folks, here we go. First start since the repair. First startup, here we go. It's like the smallest piece of wood ever. Anybody know what that is? Is that just a purge valve or a blow-off valve? There's plenty of pressure. Somebody told me not to leave these in bypass for too long because they make a ton of heat, which is exactly what I'm doing. Ooh, what a pretty rainbow. We'll just pretend that's residual from when it was leaking last. Oh well, you know what? It works, gets the job done, and I feel like it is running smoother. It's quieter, but yeah, like I said, we'll use it all summer, and then maybe at the end of the year we'll tear the cam cover off and see what kind of damage we have or don't have. Hopefully that little tack weld held up and will hold up. Welcome. Oh, excuse me. Welcome back, folks. It's a new and beautiful day. All right, let's finish up on this truck. It's actually a couple days later. I have 3 more things I want to do, and then we'll be done. Yep, we're back here again. So I didn't have any good shrink wrap that has like the liquid stuff inside of it. So we're going to take some some Supreme silicone that I've been sealing our camper with, and we're just going to smash some into the ends here. Hopefully that'll give us extra longevity, and then we'll wrap it up and be done. And there you have it, a train wreck of wiring and silicone. We'll let that turn waterproof for about 30 minutes, and we'll go do something else. For our next circus act, the 2006 and above 6-speed Allison transmissions use an external oil filter as well as an internal fluid filter. This is part number 29539579. Genuine Allison parts. Well, there we have it. Looks like I used an AC Delco last time, which I'm perfectly comfortable with. Let's see if the meatball that installed this, over-tightened it or not. Yeah, look at that. Oh, nice and pink. Mostly nice and pink. Yeah, I'd say that's still pretty pink, wouldn't you? I'm good with that. You'd think OEMs would want to put more of these on, just for longevity's sake. I know they used to in Saturns, back when the SL1, SL2, wasn't that right? SL1, SL2 Saturns used to have these. Or not these, but they had an external spin-on filter. I don't know why they don't do it more often. Nowadays, you can't even check your own ATF. You have to have a special calibrated dipstick from the dealership. And also, in these, is a magnet. Right there. So we'll go ahead and pull that off and take a look, see if we have a lot of metallic debris stuck to it. Forgot my paper towel. Dang it. I'll just rub it in. They do call ATF the mechanic's hand lotion because it's so full of conditioners for clutch packs that it will soften your skin. Not to say that's the safe way to do it. All right. Oh, hey there. You like my eyeball? I'm just pulling the magnet off right now, or I'm trying to. It's a pretty strong magnet. Let's have a look, shall we? So one thing I do, my personal preference when I'm towing, is I actually use the tow haul button. And the reason being, it locks up the torque converter so you don't get a lot of fluid shear, which means as you have one side of the torque converter spinning and the other side spinning a little bit faster, it generates a lot of heat. So when your torque converter clutch is locked up, that prevents that fluid shear. You don't get all that extra heat, because heat is what destroys transmissions. And we have, I'd call that normal. You're always going to have, no matter what you do, you will always have some debris in your filters. It's just how it works. Transmissions don't last forever. And I put this filter on probably 40,000 miles ago, and we do mostly towing with this vehicle. Unless, of course, our other commuters are broken down. Then this is our backup. But yeah, just looks like good old powdered metal from the clutch packs, I would have to say. So what we will do now is we will take this magnet, we'll transfer it to our new genuine Allison filter. There we go. Allison. There we go. Got her on there. Now we'll take some fresh ATF driplets. Do just like you would with, okay, birds, not right now. Do just like you would with your regular engine oil filter and get that baby back on there. And we're touching, and we're going to do 1/2 and 3/4. And that's it. We're going to leave it there. Other than that, everything looks pretty good down here. I don't see any leaks, except my drain plug. I did not replace copper gaskets with these drain plugs, which I think are one-time use. And I did not replace that copper gasket. Probably should have, but alright, one more thing of boring vehicle maintenance and we will be done. Of course, I go to start doing my next circus act and some big old fat rain starts coming down out of the sky. For our final act, which is going to be just super thrilling like everything else has been, we're going to swap out our fuel filter. Have no fear, it's not as bad. Well, it's kind of bad. It's annoying because of the positioning, but priming the system in this engine, super easy. We'll go through it. First, for the sake of convenience, let's get rid of this intake boot. This goes from the air filter to the intake horn of the turbocharger. This will give us a little bit more room to work with. There we go. So, something I just noticed, got a wire hanging out here, and I don't know what that is. So, the vans that are equipped with the Duramax have a fuel heater. I wouldn't think that that's part of the fuel heater system because supposedly the trucks do not have a fuel heater. We're going to go ahead and figure out what that is from service information. Either way, we're going to disconnect it to get the wire out of our way. Move that little guy over there. Now there's a water and fuel sensor down at the bottom of the filter. It's a little float that you thread onto the bottom of the fuel filter. Once the float goes up, because water will fall to the bottom since it's heavier than oil, and diesel is sort of like an oil. Once the float floats, it triggers a sensor and says you have water in your fuel. And this is important because the diesel fuel injection system, injectors, and fuel pump require lubrication. No lubrication, they seize up like an engine. And then, when that happens, it sends shrapnel throughout the entire fuel system. So you'll need to replace all your fuel injectors, your rails will have to be replaced or flushed, your fuel lines will have to be replaced or flushed. Yeah, bad news bears. So I like to use this type of filter wrench. It seems to work pretty well if I can't get it off with my bare hands. Oh, look at that. The owner didn't over-tighten it. How incredible is that? One more thing we're going to do before we break that seal. Sort of just clean off around the filter here. Because water is a killer, so is dirt. Here we go. Upside down hand and backward. You just sort of, now here's where it gets a little messy. Actually, that was a lot better than I thought it would be. Okay, we are up and out. I'm going to discard this fuel. I could probably put it in the tank and run it back through there, but they make a water and fuel sensor socket if you so desire. This has never really been an issue for me. There's your little float. No water and fuel. Water and fuel. And then, once you find out you have water in your fuel, you come down, unthread this little guy, drain out the bottom, and you should be good to go. I bought this vehicle in 2010. I've put about 90,000 miles on it, and I've never had water in the fuel. Probably because I live in an area with traffic. Speaking of which, oh, it's boat hauling day today. Okay, that's cool. Anyway, because there's higher traffic, you have a constant turnover of fuel. It doesn't sit in the tanks forever. You don't get water. You don't get the type of bacteria that can build up in diesel fuel, which is weird. You'd never think an organism could live in a fuel. But yes, bad diesel fuel can get a certain type of organism living in it. I think it's a bacteria, I can't remember, or an algae. Anyway, I'm going out in left field tangent here. Let's go look at our new fuel filter. Let's go look at our new fuel filter. Pardon the mess. I had to tear apart the Yukon's left tail light yesterday and fix that one like I did on the other episode. Figured you didn't care to see it again because I did it once already. Oh yeah, there we are. AC Delco. Filtro de combustible. Now, there's another debate that people like to have. Do you pre-fill your filter? Oil? I would say sure if you want to. I don't pre-fill the oil filter, even though it is a larger filter, because it's at a very steep angle, so I can barely get any oil in there in the first place, and then it just ends up going all over. Second, do you pre-fill the fuel filter? I do not, and I have a reason for that. And now it's pouring, so I'll talk a little louder. I believe the flow of fuel comes from the outside, goes through the pleats, and then is sucked up through the middle. It's very possible that I'm wrong. If that is the case, if you have a dirty funnel in your fuel canister, your fuel jug, and you pour all the sand in there, that could potentially cause problems. But like I said, it's very possible that I'm wrong. It may go in the middle and go out the side of the pleats. I don't know. And when I say pleats, I'm talking about all those, there you go. See all those cardboard thingies in there? Yeah. That's what traps all your nasty particulates. A little bit of 1540. There we go. Okay, lubricate everything a little bit. And we'll throw it back on there. Sorry about the lack of pups today. Not only is it humid and rainy, but it's 88 degrees outside. Titan especially, no matter how much I brush him. He's super toasty, so he's inside with Hercules, and they're chilling like villains in the air conditioning. And do some more 1540. Sorry about the rain noise, but I don't know, enjoy it. I find rain soothing. There's a rubber seal in the middle, and you have to sort of pull up on the filter to get it to where you actually get to the threads. Otherwise, you'll just sit there spinning the thing for 15 minutes and it won't actually do anything. So pull up on it to get it to seat against the threads first, and then start screwing it in. And hopefully, it'll help you out. Not that any of you watching will ever be doing this. Now, I moan and groan about how tight to make it. This one, I don't really know how tight you're supposed to go. So I kind of just go as tight as I can. Because if you have air leaks in your fuel system on a diesel, one, it's not good for the fuel system because air does not lubricate. And two, could eventually shut you down. So I think we're good there. Next, let's bleed the fuel system. This is your air bleeder, this little guy here. You can see it's starting to get shredded. Well, wouldn't you know, during Amazon Prime Day, I found one on sale to replace it. And it's an upgraded version, supposedly. Time will tell. This pretty little iridescent red guy should hopefully last a lot longer than this has. But I'm going to keep this because if it does not work, I'll know, because I'll end up on the side of the road with the fuel system full of air. That O-ring still looks pretty good on there. Like I said, we'll keep it, and I'll even keep it in the glove box just in case. And I immediately dropped it. Hey, the sun's coming out while it's raining. All right, let's get our new little guy in here. I'm really not sure how I'm feeling about that. It feels like that O-ring is way too squishy. Well, like I said, we'll give it a shot before I forget. I'm going to reconnect whatever the heck this is. We'll go discover what that is later. Water and fuel sensor. Plug that little guy back in too. Back to priming. Easy. Crack that open. Push this guy down. You can see it popping up when I do that. So we're going to keep doing this until we've filled up the filter and it starts coming out the top. Kind of like bleeding your brakes. You got someone pushing the brake pedal, another person watching for air bubbles. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, steady stream. Okay, now we have a big stream. Let's go ahead and stop that. Tighten down our bleeder all the way. And now, for good measure, we'll pump it up until it's tight. That's not doing anything else. So now our fuel filter should be completely full. All of the air is purged out. Let's go ahead and put our intake boot back on. You saw how I took it off. I'll just throw it back on and we'll go see if this thing barks back to life. Place your bets. And go. Interesting discovery. So now that I've plugged that back in on top, come on. Let's just hit all the potholes going down the road. Seriously, why not? It's good for your vehicle, right? And it makes some sweet noise. So when I plug that wire back in on the top of the fuel filter housing, before my glow plug light that just flickered would stay on the entire time I had key on, engine off. So that's a pleasant surprise. Well, here's a video of my computer, so the quality is great, but I Googled Duramax fuel filter heater, and this is what came up. So I think it's on all of them, but whether or not it's used, I don't really know. I don't know why they would not use the fuel filter heater. I'm confused, but whatever. Yeah, we'll let it run for a little bit. Let's go check for leaks. Fuel filter looks good. Transmission filter looks good. I think we're good. It's supposed to make a clicking noise when the EGR valve cleans itself. It's definitely not doing that anymore. And here we are, as I sweat again. Call this the swamp fella. Anyway, thanks for tagging along with my this and that all over the place episode. Hopefully you enjoyed a little bit of the diesel world. We'll get back to small engine stuff pretty soon. Red Delicious, my big tractor, needs some work, so we'll probably have that up there. So we'll do the Toro riding mower, because I know you guys like riding mowers a lot. Those are some of my biggest hits. So that's about it. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers. That's pretty wild. I never thought I'd have 10, much less 1,000. I've never once promoted my show anywhere, so yeah, growth is cool, I guess, right? We'll see what it has to... I can't talk. I can't think right now. Wow, it's too warm. We'll see what is to come, right? Who knows? Maybe this episode will take me back down to 500. It could happen. Anyway, thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for tuning in. And in the future, if you find yourself looking for a new and exciting adventure, I will be here. Come back and join me. We'll have some fun one way or another. Or I'll have some fun. I don't know. I'm short-circuiting right now. I'll see you next time. Elbow.